Okay, so there are so many different ways and so many different approaches to writing music. First thing that comes to mind is actually hearing something in your head, and then you want to like translate that through an instrument. Or there might be a certain point when you've gone through this course or another course, or you already were writing songs beforehand and you're like, I want to make my song sound like this. There are so many different ways that you can go about like starting to write your song or writing the music for your song. Another way that we can think about writing our music is starting with a melody. One way that I know that I write personally, I like to write, is I get some type of melody in my head. And then I think, okay, what key does that belong to? And then I can find that, like, because I've spent a lot of time doing this, of course, too. You could do this on any instrument that you can, actually communicate through. But then I could figure it out based off of that by da 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 da. You get the idea. As then I could use, that kind of melody by mapping it out. I didn't do a good job there, but once you do that, is then you can figure out what chord actually fits over it, and figure, okay, well that's G. Maybe your song is in G. That's one way that you can approach it. Okay, that was bugging me. I needed to at least get it. Then that's G. So the song could be in the key of G, right? Based off of like what I thought the melody was going to be. I can map it out that way. Another way I like to approach writing music is starting with the chord progression first. Sometimes, you can just start by just playing a little bit, and then, getting ideas, just moving around your hands. Like I was doing earlier with the guitar course when we're learning our triads, is just taking that kind of shape. And then rearranging the order of how I'm playing those chords, and then start to sing over it. Something, like that's another a way to approach it. So one could be you start with the melody first, and then the other could be you start with the chords first. And I'm sure that there are plenty of other ways, but those are the ways that I'm showing you right now. Now, because we're going into learning my tune, what I will tell you, at least with the approach that I was taking, is that because it's been a really, really long time, all I can do is go into the analysis of what those chords are and how the progression works. But we'll do that a little bit later. But for now, this has been us writing music and how to go about doing that. I've only scratched the surface on how you can approach writing your music. If you remember earlier when I was talking about, is it happy, is it sad? Just in passing, this is actually a pretty big deal. If it is happy, might want to go for major chords. If it's sad, might want to go for minor chords. And if it's, you know, all sorts of emotions, you might want to mix them up and develop, you know, different chord progressions depending on the feeling that you're trying to get across. I hope this is helpful. Remember that you can contact me and we can do video responses so that I can actually give you one-on-one coaching in this area. Believe me, I can talk a lot about this stuff, but I also want to be very kind to your time now and very simple. So God bless you, and Lord willing, I will see you in the next lesson.